Hi. 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 My name is Zaffar Khan. I am an entrepreneur. I am a sportsman, and I am also who's always learning. This is my first video blog, and I am doing this because I am trying to get a new career path. Trying to challenge myself to come out of my comfort zone and to try out something new. Um, um, I'll be honest, this is not something new. This is something which I have gone through practically in my life, almost through all my life. This is something which I've faced, I've dealt with, I have been able to implement, I have been able to receive it, and this is something which I would like to share with the viewers. Um, I want to talk about corporate leadership, or I want to talk about just leadership in general terms. I have been a leader. I have been a follower, and I've been on both ends. It's very interesting for me to be on both ends to see both the aspects of how this works. This so what word called leadership, and why there are some really good leaders and why there are some really weak or interestingly saying leaders who can do much better. I have been part of excuse me, I've been part of a professional rugby team for almost a decade of my life. Played for the Indian national team, coached the Afghanistan national rugby team, and as a sportsman, you face leaderships, or you are a follower on the rugby pitch. For me, it was rugby. Um, and over a decade of being coached and coaching, it's very interesting. I always realize that there can be three kind of leaders. There is what I call the bull, somebody who's very task driven, somebody who's always focusing on trying to get the job done, somebody who's, let's say, in a corporate environment, somebody who's always focused about the numbers, the number is all life, somebody who's going to be willing to do anything. There are obviously both negatives and positive sides to be the bull. Sometimes you are so goal driven that you step on people's emotions, you step on over the boundaries. There is the positive side of it, that you are goal driven and that you achieve most of the time your goals. And hence it's a very debatable leadership from my point of view. Then there is the third one. I will come back to the second one, which I call the sheep leadership. Being a sheep, and the leadership, and this kind of leadership is where your teammates or your employees are a fan of you. They love you to bits. You're the person who will be the first person on their mind if they have a difficulty and they come to you, because you've set up that environment. You're going to be the person who's going to always ask that employee how his or her sick child has been, and the report can come later, but tell me more about the story of the sick child. you will find it very difficult to achieve that goal, and it becomes questionable, your leadership. What I find or call the best form of leadership is it's like a thoroughbred. It's like a thoroughbred horse. They are good at everything. They can do long distance, they could do short distance, they can carry stuff, they can jump over fences, and that's the kind of leadership which is required. This is something in between being strict and adamant about what you want to do, and have the empathy and the kindness to be available for your employees or teammates. And that's where I find it important that leaders, be it a CEO, be it a floor manager, be it a facility manager, a coach, a team, a physio, anybody, if you are at a position, or if you are at a place where you are expected to make tough decisions, think from both sides. Just don't be goal driven, don't be too kind. Make people feel that they are accountable. That is when you will find people at their best. If you give people too hard time, or if you give people too easy of a slack to let them run what they ever want to do, you will never be able to achieve your goal. Plus, you will never be able to have that respect as a leader. You have to hold people accountable for what they do, not in a strict way, but encourage them. Tell them that I know you have the potential, and I know you can do it, and I am going to go hold you accountable because I know you have all the skills and all the aspiration to do this job. So let's get our hands dirty and stick together, and let's get things done. Personally, from my experience, back when I was in the Indian team, there was an incident which, this is personally from my thing. Actually, I will give you a better. When I was coaching the Afghanistan national team, it was quite interesting because the Afghan culture is a bit strict, and because of the historical turbulence between few of the community tribes or the ethnic groups, it was very difficult as a coach to coming at the end to select a team. I was always pointed by saying that I was supporting a certain community and I was not supporting the other community, and it wasn't fair, and it took me quite a lot to stand up to it and say that I am completely going to be biased. I am not going to favor anybody. I am here to do a job which is to serve my country and to be able to gather a team which will perform. It did take a lot of effort to stand up to it, because you're going to stand up to an organization, a community, a society, a gathering. But I did it. It was quite tough. It was I lost almost my job, but I stuck by it because I believed in what I was doing, and hence people realized that I wasn't actually what they thought of me. And sometimes, you have to stick up to it and believe in yourself. So just remember 3 major leadership ways which people follow: the bull, the sheep, the lamb, and the thoroughbred. I'm going to produce more videos like this. I would probably like a few viewers to just give me feedback on what they think of the video. I am more than happy to share more videos, and I've got a few load of other topics which I would like to show. But if you have any other topics which you would like me to share or talk about, or we could discuss, please feel free to comment at the end of the video. My name is Zaffar Khan, and signing off. Thank you.